Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta-vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Because you will pick the verse today. What we will read. Let's see what message we have for Ritesh. Welcome in Vrindavan. Welcome, welcome. This one. Good. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hasyani Haranadini Samparetasya Vardava Yudhisthira Harayitva Uhurtam Dukito Bhavat. O descendant of Bhrigu, Shongaka, after performing funeral rites for the dead body of Bhishma Deva, Maharaj Yudhisthira was momentarily overtaken by grief. Bhishma Deva was not only a great family head of Maharaj Yudhisthira, he also was a great philosopher and friend to him, his brother and his mother. Since Maharaj Pandu, the father of the 5 brothers headed by Maharaj Yudhisthira, had died, Bhishma Deva was the most affectionate grandfather of the Pandavas and caretaker of the widow, daughter-in-law Kunti Devi. Also, Maharaj Dhritarashtra, the elder uncle of Maharaj Yudhisthira, was there to look after them. His affection was more on the side of his 100 sons, headed by Duryodhana. Ultimately, a colossal clique was fabricated to deprive the 5 fatherless brothers of the rightful claim of the kingdom of his Hastinapura. There was great intrigue, common in imperial palaces, and the 5 brothers were exiled to the wilderness. But Bhishma Deva was always a sincerely sympathetic well-wisher, grandfather, friend and philosopher to Maharaj Yudhisthira, even up to the last moment of his life. He died very happily by seeing Maharaj Yudhisthira to the throne. Otherwise he would have long ago quitted his mortal body instead of suffering agony over the undue sufferings of the Pandavas. He was simply waiting for the opportune moment because he was sure and certain that the sons of Pandu would come out victorious in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, as his Lordship Sri Krishna was their protector. As a devotee of the Lord, he knew Yudhisthira was quite aware of all these good wishes of Bhishma Deva, and therefore he must have been feeling the great separation. He was sorry for the departure, for the separation of a great soul, not for the material body which Bhishma Deva relinquished. The funeral ceremony was a necessary duty. Also Bhishma Deva was a liberated soul. Since Bhishma Deva was without issue, the eldest grandson named Maharaj Yudhisthira was the rightful person to perform this ceremony. It was a great boon to Bhishma Deva that an equally great son of the family undertook the last rites the great man. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurmitante Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manubhistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapadantikam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vistaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavati Paskatya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. So, the Pandavas, Kunti, Drupadi, the entire history of the Mahabharata is a very, very motivational story. It is full of surprises, intrigues, challenges, and it all turns around the existence of the Supreme Personality of God, Sri Krishna, who also accompanied that Leela during the whole time, even though he was in Dwaraka. He was separated from the Hastinapur politics, but because it was his family also, he tried to avoid the war heavily. He really tried it by any means, but the whole issue of Mahabharata, the whole issue of the Krishna Leela is to show that every living entity exclusively depends on the sweet will of the Lord. And sometimes devotees, like the Pandavas, had to undergo so many sufferings, so many difficulties, unimaginable. And that is also what Queen Kunti said when she said, "Oh my Lord, let these difficulties come again and again to me, because then I surrender to you. Then I think of you." Whereas there's no difficulties, sometimes we forget Krishna. We think, "Oh, now everything is okay, I can enjoy it, it's fine." So, and then there is the separation of Bhishma Deva. This is intense family feelings, but there's so many feelings and against feelings. Just like Lord Krishna broke his promise to not fight in Kurukshetra when Bhishma was about to kill Arjuna. Then Krishna said, "No, I'm not going to let this happen here. I'm going to get involved." And he took up the chariot wheel and started running to kill Bhishma. But when Bhishma saw Krishna taking up this chariot wheel as a weapon, he said, "Oh, my Lord, you broke your promise. You broke your promise to protect your devotee. Then is no problem. I can also break my promise." then I have no problem. Because he had promised to Duryodhana that he would kill the Pandavas. That was a big problem, He was in between Duryodhana and Yudhishthira all the time. It was a big, big, complicated situation. But the most important thing is that in the end of the day, Lord Bhishma, Pitama, he left the world in front of Lord Krishna, looking at his beautiful lotus face and going directly back home. So we are sometimes talking, going back home, back to God. Like in a sense we said, I want to go back home. I don't want to stay in this material. And I feel like that. When I see what's going on in this world, how much killing is going on, I say, I don't want to stay in this world. It's nice to preach. Preaching is always nice. We just came from a preaching tour, Jalandhar and Chandigarh. Incredible, beautiful people, incredible, beautiful temples, incredible kirtans, incredible deities. Everything was incredible. So much love and so much service. No, it was just amazing. But while this is going on, in the Middle East, they're killing left and right. So we had a good time, others had a bad time. When the Guru leaves, when Bhishma Deva left, there was great agony. Agony for losing the association of such a great soul. Not because of the body. We know that they are not this body. We know that the Gurus, they didn't die. They go to Krishna's eternal world. We know that. So we are not complaining like some people in ignorance may say, oh, he is dead, now everything is finished. Only the body died. Don't exaggerate. Don't take things out of proportion. The soul neither dies, nor does he have any bad destiny. In the case of Vishma Deva, he went back home, back to Bali. In the case of Srila Prabhupada, in the case of Srila Vridnavan, in the case of Srila Puri Maharaj, in the case of Srila Bhakti Maharaj, they all went back to the home, back to Bali. But we stayed behind here with the agony of having to do things, having to decide things without them. No. Well, the reason was that, anyway, it's not necessary to tell the reason. The reason was insignificant. He was jealous. He wanted to get me out because he was seeing that I was getting too popular with the devotees and I was living there and he was only coming once a year. But effectively, he threw me out. My heart was broken. Prabhupada, where are you? I am serving you here. You sent me here. Now my Godmother just kicks me out. So it was unbearable pain. Really, I tell you, it was unbearable pain. But then I said, well, what the heck? If Krishna controls the situation, then he must have some meaning there. So I said, okay. So I left. And that way I got to know all of Latin America, and I preached all over Latin America. And in 1985, of course, started the Vrinda mission. But this being removed from your service, it's tough. When you love the people, when they love you. Because it is all about love. It is all about relationships. Sometimes we think that some institution has importance. No, institution is only a mechanical thing to protect the properties. But what we have to have heart-to-heart relationships, heart-to-heart love relationships. That's what we got. That's why we came to Krishna consciousness. For that particular purpose, we came to Krishna consciousness. I was just seeing this morning, actually last night, about quantum mechanics in consciousness. And I was amazed. The quantum mechanics of today, they have such a sophisticated vision on protons, photons, the quarks and the moving particles, sometimes they are particles, sometimes they are energies, and how they float around, and our consciousness is in between, and our consciousness is a real thing, the only real thing. But they miss the most important thing, which is the feelings. The feelings they miss out. They're just observing consciousness. They're just observing awareness, but they're not observing the feelings of love we are craving for. God Himself craves to love us. Otherwise, why did He inject this loving energy in us? If He would not want our love for Him, to direct it towards Him. Prema Pumartha Mohan. It is the final and supreme goal of life, to learn how to love. And we should love everybody. Not only we should love God, we should love everybody. Loving, the process of loving is really the sum and substance of love. And sum and substance of death as well. Because that real love goes beyond. That's why when you, in the moment of death, think of somebody you love, then that will take you to the next destination. If you love a country, then you have to take birth in that country. If you love somebody in the place, particular, you may have to go after them. That's what Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. No, that's another shloka. Yanti deva yata deva pitin yanti pitiva taha bhutani yanti bhutitya yanti mampyachi noviva. That if you think of, if your concept is of the devas, you want heavenly life, beautiful life, riches, everything, you want that, then Krishna will send you to Svarga. Then you will be able to go there and enjoy. Svarga is described as a place where the mangoes have the size of elephants. And when the mangoes fall down and crash, mango juice is running and people can just take the mango juice from the ground. So there's lots of dancing and sense enjoyment in Svarga. But we don't want to go there. We don't want to go there because that's a place where everybody wants to enjoy. And the demigods also want to enjoy. Yanti Deva, Vrata Deva. But if you worship the demigods, then you go there. If you worship the Pitris, the forefathers, if you worship your grandfather, your grandmother, your mother, father who have left this world, then you will go where they are. But you don't know where they are. Then Pitri Loka. Once there was a Hollywood movie made, Let Dreams Come True. If you never watched that movie, that's one of the Hollywood movies I can recommend. That dreams come true. Because that shows somebody going to Pitri Loka. You're so attached to your forefathers, you go to the area where they are, even though that may be ghostly spheres. It is very, 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 very amazing. So, if you're focused on forefathers, you go to the forefathers. And if you worship the ghosts, if you worship the ghosts, then you become a ghost at the moment of death. And Krishna says, but if you worship me, you come to me, you come to my world. I was very upset with this quantum mechanics explanation because they quoted a lot of Gita, they quoted the universal form, but they didn't quote all the other shlokas where Krishna talks about his love with his devotees. They didn't speak anything about that Krishna is inviting us to his world. No. So it's like Vedamatarata. You take one part of the truth and you say that's the supreme. Or what about all the other things? What about Goloka? What about Vaikuntha? What about Prema Bhakti? What about the Rasit Bhaktas? What about the history of Sanatana Dharma? The history of Sanatana Dharma is the history of devotees. Narada Muni, Hanuman, Arjuna, Pandavas. The history of the Mahabharata, the history of Vedic tradition is history of devotees. Dhruva Maharaj, Prahlad, they're all devotees. And there's always a personal relationship. And it's always a loving relationship. So they just push that aside like, oh, this is just mythology. Here's the real truth. Quantum mechanics of consciousness. And they're very expert in explaining it. And it sounds like to a certain point logical. But then their meditation is close your eyes and feel one with everything. Now you and the everything becomes one. Does that work? Yes. You can become one with the everything. And the everything becomes you. That isn't proper. That is called spiritual suicide. You want to suicide your conscious awareness, your feeling. You want to say, I have no feeling for nobody. Feeling is bad. Feeling is Maya. Is feeling Maya? That is the question. Is Bhakti Maya? Like, you have a feeling for your mother. Mother is so wonderful. She does so much wonderful service. So children, they love mother. This is natural. So, if somebody says this love for your mother is bad, then everybody will be upset. Say, why? What's wrong with the love for my mother? She has given me everything. She has looked after me when I was a little baby. Of course, I have great debt to my mother. So if somebody says feelings are Maya, feelings are only Maya if they tie you to the material world. Like, if your love for your mother, I had a big problem with my love for my mother, because my mother was still eating meat when I joined Krishna consciousness. And because I love my mother so much, I said, my mother, you cannot eat meat because that will bring karma to you. You will have reaction. There will be some undesirable reactions for you because you're cutting meat and cooking it every day. And I don't want that. You're my mother, you should be freed of all the wrong things. But my mother said, what can I do? Your father wants to eat meat, I cannot fight with everybody. I mean, she understood that my point was well-intentioned. I had a good intention. I wanted to help my mother, but she could not. And so she was sad and I was sad. Everything was sad. In the end of her life, she became a vegetarian and everything was fine. But many years I suffered. Because if you love somebody, you suffer if that somebody goes into the wrong direction. It is natural. You cannot avoid that. You want that the people around you or the people in this world go in the right direction. And that's what preaching is all about. We are talking about our feelings of love. In the Bhagavatam, every day we are reading the story of devotees. Yudhishthira Maharaj, and Krishna is involved, and Queen Kunti. We are talking about devotees. So they are full of feelings. And when Bhishmadev died, Yudhishthira Maharaj was very sad. And that's what is said here. Because Pitama, he was the great well-wisher. But he was also politically complicated with the Kauravas. So it's a long story, we don't have to repeat it here. But the fact is that there was a great amount of affection from the Pandavas towards Pitama. So we are hearing the Bhagavatam. It's all about feelings. The feeling of him for her and this and that. What to speak of Krishna Lila? The feelings of Yashoda for Krishna. Oh my God, Mother Yashoda goes crazy when she hears that Krishna is in the Yamuna and Kaliya is poisoning the water. Mother Yamuna goes crazy. She wants to run in the Yamuna. Everybody has told her, no. She faints. Love can bring you to faint. If you love him so much and you cannot fulfill what your love is telling you, you faint. How much feeling is there? There's somebody coming with quantum mechanics that we are all one and the one is the all and the all is the one and all this business, you know. Yes, it's true on the energy level, but not on the soul level. The soul is an individual Jivatma, and the Jivatma is a particle, is a spark of the divine with divine individual consciousness. They are claiming that the individual consciousness eventually does not exist. That all consciousness is transformed. So, therefore, we have to go the way of bhakti. We do not believe that feelings for God are illusions. We want to chant the name of God, saying, "Oh my Lord, please let me be an instrument of your love. Oh my dear beloved Lord Krishna, please let me be an instrument of your love." This is our feeling. We want to express our feelings. Krishna, please, I want to serve you, not only here, next lifetime or in your world. I don't care. I just want to serve you. I want to be with you. I want to see your beautiful face. I want to hear your beautiful flute. I want to dress you. I want to put you to sleep. Like what we do when we worship Thakurji, no? I want to cook for you. I want to make a nice temple for you, beautiful temple. I want to make flower garlands for you. I want to decorate your hair like Krishna sometimes decorates people around his hair. In Bhushan Sarovar. That's very confidential. That's not. But that's what Vaishnava philosophy is all about. That is what Vrindavan is all about. Vrindavan is a big love story. That's all it is. And that love story is our life. In the material world, you say the love story is between young boys and young girls. And then it doesn't last too long. Because then they start fighting with each other. Then there's the children complication. Then many times even such important bonds like marriage, they break up. In this world, it's getting increasingly popular. Not popular, increasingly menacing. Already in England and Germany, there's more people divorced than getting married. So you think, what is this horrible thing? Because one thing is two adults decide to join, nice. Decide to separate, horrible. Why is it nice to join and horrible to go out? Well, number one, because the children are in between of two partners. One is here, one is there, and they speak bad about each other. Oh my God. I mean, if anybody has grown up in a home where father and mother are against each other, no. It's horrible. But it is because mundane relationship, it is happening everywhere. You Kali Yuga is so much that even the children with their parents, they are also fighting. So it is unfortunate. But the truth of the matter is that we are all searching for love. We are searching for divine love, eternal love. We want to be with Krishna. Krishna wants to be with us because that's natural. Because we are his family. We are the family of divine consciousness. Yes, we have small consciousness, but it may be small. We have maybe a small jiva, but your love desire to be, your desire to do something great in this world is big. How much desire Srila Prabhupada had to do something wonderful. So he went with no money and he changed the whole world to Krishna consciousness. What an amazing history. Only because of his love for his Guru. Look, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, look, he's up there. He told Prabhupada, you go and preach. And that's what he did, and that's what came out. And he told us, go and preach. That's what we did. That's why we're sitting here. And I tell you, go out and preach. So who knows where it's going to take you? How many people you're going to learn how to love? But as a matter of fact, it's all about love. Preaching is also about love. I want to convince you that the Vedic philosophy is right. Why? I want you to become my brother, my sister. I want to have a long-lasting, eternal relationship with you. Like, we are one family, not for 1 month, not for 1 year. If we are one family, we are one family forever. Even, of course, next lifetime we don't know if we're going to recognize each other. That we don't know. But even that's not sure. Maybe next lifetime you meet something like there's a saying in the Vedas that says, if you're fighting, if you have an enemy and you're doing injustice to an enemy, in next lifetime you have to come back and marry him. Then he has to become your husband or your wife, and you can pay for all the misdeeds you did in the last life. Now you have to serve them. So, karma is very complex, no? But we want, like for example, like I may die any moment, and I don't know what you know. Now it's a bad example. If somebody dies in our family, I'm so much desirous that Krishna takes care of him, that Krishna takes him to him. The worst scenario is that he puts him in a situation where next lifetime he can become a pure devotee. That's the worst scenario. Even if somebody is indifferent to me or any devotee, when he dies, Krishna, please take care of him. We are well-wishers. We are natural well-wishers of each other. That's supposed to be expected. How can you not be a well-wisher? Not being a well-wisher is like you're the worst enemy. You're leaving this body. I don't care where you go. Go to Nara. Go to hell. Huh? That's what the material consciousness is. Material consciousness, they even kill each other without thinking where the other will go and what reaction will come to me. No, they don't. So much killing is going on in this world. Very unfortunate. So, yes, when I saw this quantum mechanics explanation of consciousness, I was very upset. I said, no, this is not the philosophy of the Vedas. This is only, you have some Upanishads, which you are quoting, there's some shlokas, which are giving kind of tattvamas, you are that, and this kind of shlokas, which can be interpreted as also part of that. Yes! Yes, you're part of the family. Just like when you have children, they are part of your family. But they are not the father, they are not the mother. They are part of the family. So we are all part of Krishna's family, yes. But there is father, mother, grandson, no. There is that, and that's not. You cannot say, no, I'm my own grandfather. Lie. How can you say you're your own grandfather? You are not. There was another guy who was your grandfather. So therefore, if we do not recognize the validity of the individuality and the individual feelings, we are neglecting the Vedas. We are discarding the entire teachings about bhakti and development of consciousness. What is the development of consciousness? Adaushratam, sadhusanga, you get the association of devotees. We practice bhajana clean. You fight with the anarthas, anartha vividiti. You have to take out all the dirt from the heart. Just try to get nishta. No? Nishta means my mind is focused in love permanently. So this is like nishta. My nishta is I want the best for all devotees all the time. This is my firm conviction. I don't want anything bad for anybody. Even if they did something bad to me, I don't want anything bad for anybody. But then Nishta is only the beginning. Then is Ashakti. When you become totally detached from any type of attachment. And then from Ashakti comes Bhava. When there's really like, oh, Bhava is like, your heart is like, very heavy heart. Bhava. It's very strong Bhava. But Bhava has many stages. Mahabhava. Oh, that is only Radharani, that type of thing. Prema is even like, all this is about intensity of relationships. This is what drives us. Then when you're in prema, then Bhava comes, Nishta, steadiness, that's nothing. Oh, you have Nishta feeling. You have Bhava, Prema. And our movement is a movement of worshipping the female Shakti. Some people cannot imagine. Some people think they think that this is a male chauvinistic movement. You know what that means? That means like a movement which only puts emphasis in the male body. That idea, first of all, it's wrong philosophically. Then, it's wrong historically. And then, it's wrong in the realized application. Because we are following Srimati Radharani. We want to become servants of Radharani in Goloka Vrindavan. We want to become in the spiritual world little girls. Or the big son with the big beard and this Japamala. They want to become girls. Or plus maybe, who knows, no? There's a lot of variety in the spiritual loving affair. It's not all black and white, no? And there's the group of Chandravali, the group of Radharani, there's all sorts of difference, you know? There's still many things and many secrets in the world of relationship, but those male chauvinistic, those who think that only male can understand or do something, like we have the big conversation of female Diksha gurus, which is being discussed by many people, which in a way is silly. How can you discuss it if we have female Diksha Gurus in our past? If they were there before, I should cannot be now. So it is, Vridnavan is our Guru, everybody's Guru. Lakshmi is our Guru, Bhumi Mata is our Guru. They are all our Gurus. We have so many female Gurus. Not only that, what about Saraswati? What about Gayatri? What about Shraddha Devi? What about all the divine potencies which take us into connection with Krishna? Then we're going to say, no, we've got to be male to do such thing. So, this is confusion or illusion. It's not the truth. Yes, for a sannyasi, it's easier to be a man. You go out from door to door, preaching, old man, it's more easy for them. And even today we have great women preachers also in the world, they also go out and preach. So it's not that women cannot do it, but this may be a little bit more inconvenient. Maybe there can be anything, what they want. What they're feeling inspired, that's what they can do. And they deserve all the protection and all the rights to do so. Here, I'm going to finish my words. And pass on the word to Krishna.
So, we got today talking about love. Love is materially they thinking each other loving, but there's no loving here. It's only lusting. If someone wants to love, so they cannot be satisfied there. Himself they have to satisfy for Lord Vishnu. Sankristim Hari Hari Krishnam Sansiddhim Hari Krishnam. Only here, if we are to make a satisfaction or satisfied to Lord Vishnu, so you have to dedicate in your life everything. You cannot keep it anything. You have to give 100% to Krishna. That is called real love. So, if wants to real achieve the love, the meaning of love, we cannot keep in even 1% in ourselves. We have to dedicate everything. That is in this world, everybody is chasing for love. But once they don't know what is the meaning of the love. They thinking if we go to some places where that nice climate or nice scenery, so I'll be there and I'm going to be happy myself if I put some makeup or singer in my body, I want to be happy myself, everybody loving me. But only if we are serving Krishna, then we will be really happy. And that's because only Krishna is that male, and we all are female. Is it? Then female and female is no love. So when we know this, what is our condition? Our condition, Naham Vipra Nachana Varpati Napi Vaishya Sudro Naham Varni Nacha Grihapati Vinavanushta Deva Kintu Pradhanna Pira Paramananda Purna Mritabhe Gopi Bhartu Padakamala Dasa Dasani Dasi. Our condition is silent. And we are confused. And we are here. We are actually love, so we have to dedicate our life. Whatever I chasing for, that's making me happy, we have to give up. In this world, especially in the material world, everybody chasing for male and male chasing for female. They think that that's the love. Everyone, the living entities too, is Brahma. They are chasing for enjoyment. So that's we have to give up. Absolute truth love to just satisfy Lord Vishnu. That's our business to be here, especially in Vrindavan. Krishna is the only enjoyer. How we can make you happy? Whatever you want to do, just satisfy Krishna. If you are working for something, do something, just make happy. This way, we can be happy. If you think if I am work, what for you need to work? And what for? And living nicely, and living house. For what for? And enjoy the year. Enjoy the situation. So if you have to make money, will be certain. Just like if you have to put 100 zero, it's not meaning anything. If you put 1, then without the 1 is nothing. Similarly, we have to in our life central point is Krishna. So we got a human body, we have intelligence, we have to chasing for right things. And what is the right thing? This absolute truth is Krishna, is the supreme personality of Godhead. Our business to just serve Him. If you're thinking 50% go, 50%, no, you have to be 100%. That is called meditate. That is called Ananda Bhakti. Ananda Chinta Vimam Nijana Paripasate Kesang Nittavi Yuktanan Yokyam Aham. Krishna promised himself in that. If someone dedicate their life, not me, Ananda Chintan Divan Jijana, this was but Tesang, whatever he needs, they carry. So if you have to get that position, so you have to, as you say, be that person. Who is dedicated that life? If you are otherwise, they're talking about all this mountain thing. Oh, I have this house, this, that, oh, I done lot of things, all this crap. It's only that your mind, when you listen, your mind is going to divert. So, if you have to clean your mind, if you are grabbing something, so your mind should be clean and fresh. That's why it's very important what type of person you are associated with. Just be careful. Because you don't know what type of body lines to get next. So right now the chance, we have to get ready and prepare ourselves. Because every day actually we have to give the exam before we leave this world. No love here. When I am to die, nobody coming to die. What type of love? There is no loving business here. Only love. And you have to confidence and you have to have a strong faith. If you don't have strong faith, then you will lose it. Then we have to come back again, we have to accept another body, and again we have to born death, disease, born death, and we have to suffer. So this is the chance. Don't waste your time. What for you? In brothers, it's a chance. In Africa, there's thousands of elephants. They eating every day 8 kilo meals. And they survive. They're not thinking, they're not working. You go to the office, these that. And I'm thinking, if I'm not go to office, if I'm not making money, how I can survive? What for to eat? Just maintain our body. Just little bit whatever. Yet we have to satisfy. Just need to covering our body, you can do it. So, you have to know what is the value of the life. You got engineering. You don't have dull brain. So please utilize. What for we are here for? Who's sending me here? Why have to die? That's what Bhagavad. Inquire us. Who am I? Who sent me here? What purpose to be myself being? That is coming to us. And we got a human body. We have to know the right answer and absolute truth. Because in Kali, they covering the truth. That business is business to cover it. Truth. There's an all cheating tendency by here. He cheated himself and cheated others. So don't do that. My humble request, we got this body, now time to achieve our goal. What's goal? To satisfaction of the Lord. Serving the devotee, serving the Lord, serving. Do something for us. Don't think, I die, everything is finished now. Have to get accept. Either whatever. So, my humble request to everyone, let us speak, because we are in Vrindavan. This is the right place to be here to achieve our goal. The don't miss it in you. We have absorbed in Krishna consciousness, serve the devotees, serve the spiritual master, serve Lord Krishna. Then we'll be happy, and there is no actual love. If you have any question, please go ahead. Thank you.
He wants to ask something to you.
Yes.
Some main principles, specific mains, between the difference
en términos de los ideales espirituales
between spiritual ideals
respecto a
and
Vaikuntha Loka o Goloka Vrindavan.
between Vaikuntha Loka or Goloka Vrindavan. Which one is the difference?
La pregunta es porque en el sur de la India dicen que todo es similar, porque es espiritual, es trascendental.
In South India, they are telling everything is similar.
Algunos fundamentos de la Brahma Kavilla Sampradaya en relación con el concepto de la Sri Sampradaya específicamente.
Which one is the difference between Brahma Gaudiya Sampradaya knowledge and Sri Sampradaya in that subject?
In Mahaprabhu, although she is accepting all the four sampradayas, but he is here telling the Achinta Vedami. There's like every sampradaya give something up. But Mahaprabhu's Achinta Vedami. Achinta Vedami means Achinta means minding from Krishna is like this. Yes. But in Sri Sampradaya, Brahma Sampradaya, Guru Sampradaya, whatever, our goal is the same. But it's Mahaprabhu giving easy process plus, especially in the age of Kali. If chanting of the holy name, they can get whatever they need. Especially the holy name destroy all kinds of sin. So in other sampradaya, they probably has some different, they have some philosophy, but everyone goal to same. But Mahaprabhu telling, especially in this age of the holy, if you want to go, of course you can go, but if you want to achieve your goal as soon as possible, right now, you can do that. That is chanting of the holy name. They are only not taking Vaikuntha, that can take your real home, that is going to be love. That is back.
La síntesis, primero entendido aquí.
Él dijo que Mahaprabhu enseñó el Achinta Veda Tattva, que la filosofía de las sampradayas son similares, pero que Mahaprabhu dio algo adicional a lo que existía, que es el canto del Mahamantra. El Mahamantra puede destruir todos los pecados y simplemente, simplemente está diciendo canta Hare Krishna. Simplemente seguir el proceso que ya Mahaprabhu mostró.
Sí, pero la pregunta me era que, o sea, en términos de la posición trascendental que Goloka se considera, ¿no?
A ver, diga toda la pregunta y hablar.
Es el planeta más, Goloka Vrindavan es el planeta más elevado en la Brahma Gaudiya Sampradaya. Entonces dicen que Vaikuntha es no hay diferencia.
Sri Sampradaya dice que Vaikuntha y Goloka son iguales.
Exactamente, no hay diferencia.
Yes.
Maharaj dice.
Yeah, Goloka Vrindavan and Vaikuntha little bit is different. What is the difference? Because rasa is different.
La raza.
Yes, Madhurya rasa is
La relación entre
Vaikuntha is a certain Madhurya. So if you want to be with Krishna, if you want to go to your home, that is not your home. Your home is not Vaikuntha. That is good. So you have to get a ticket to go there. Then you have to have a right amount of money in your pocket. Isn't it? Suppose, look, you can see, everyone is saying the rocket is going to moon planet, this, that. But Prabhupada is saying, figure it out. How much money you get to go to that moon planet, only rocket? And these are thousands, millions of rockets need to go to Goloka Vrindavan. Then how much money is there? But that money can't be what there. Only what there? Bhakti. So, if you are in Vrindavan, collect as much as you can because you need to go there. So, here, Bhagavatam, that is called bhakti. We are taking bath in Jamuna, that's called bhakti. We are doing parikrama, that's also bhakti. But Navavidha bhakti like that. So here we are here to our main business to fill up our pocket. Don't spend. Because you need it. So how you can do? Associate them. That's the most important. Sadhusanga, Nam Kirtan, Bhagavad Savan, Madhurava, Simurtin, Shadhaya, Sevan, Shakal Sadhan Sreshta, Ei Panchayanga, Krishna Prem Janma, Ei Pache Alpashana. Associate with the devotee, Sadhusanga, Nam Kirtan, chanting of the holy name, or go to the street and chanting Hare Krishna loudly so that everybody can get benefit, not only yourself. Because who are to hear, because this is the transcendental vibration. Anybody here, they can hear it straight away. But you have to be clean your heart. That's carrying the power to clean someone's heart. So how we can clean? We have to practice chanting of the holy name 24 hours. Mahaprabhu saying, Kirtan Yasoda, you're not giving any time to sleep. Isn't it? So, chanting, don't forget Krishna. Always you forget Krishna. That's even is possible. But practice. You have to know how much serious you are. Then you can. Oh, I can go tomorrow. I can. No, not tomorrow, right now. So, someone, when I go to preach in, especially my Guru was telling me to go to preach door to door. When I go to that preach to all this village or town, oh, when Radharani called me, then I can, Radharani is his chap, his servant. You have to go and call. Hey, come on, go to Vrindavan. What you want to do, that's most important. Because a living entity, all are independent. If you want to sit, you can sit. If you want to go, go. It should never touch it, they are dependent. So, how much, first you have to ask yourself, what you want to do? You have to sit here, or you have to go. You have to go to Krishna. If you have to catch boat, or you have to sit this side. If you have to catch boat, go to the other side. Don't think, I have to do the other side. Don't go here. You have to cross, he wants to go to, we are already catching boats. So I'm thinking, no, I should not catch a boat, I should swim. So why you can catch a boat? What the purpose? Means if you have to go this side, you have to complete, you have to forget. That's the business. What's Krishna want? If you have to come to me, you cannot have anything else. You have to get me, just only me, nothing else. Oh, I want to be my wife. I want my wife. I want my house. So you can get me straight. Why you have to come to me? If you are here, please come. Isn't it? Any person know your language too? Spanish, no? So you have anyone that has any question? I'm not that's Prabhu is here. Will you say something? We have to. Oh, thank you. Anyway, that's just whatever I got my mind because I'm really fortunate myself. When I was left my house and journeyed Krishna consciousness. I'm not expert to lead all, but I always hear. My attention tend to go to attend every day Bhagavad class or listen. I want to listen 24 hours, that's my life. If I'm listening, I know I can speak, I can be a good preacher. So, Prabhupada wanted everybody have to be teacher and go and teaching others. But before you teach, you have to follow yourself. Not teach like a parrot. But in especially you can see 8 years Bhagavatam going on. But anybody has to change their life. Prabhupada went west and changed everyone. He changed what he changed. Give up your cloth first. Become a Vaishnava. Put sari, put tilak, put red dot, bangle, white bangle. And throw. When I come to Krishna consciousness, when I have family, come on, point. From sins. If you are joining military, so you have to have a uniform. Don't just I'm going to go away and join military. That's impossible. They will accept you. Isn't it? So if you are to Krishna, you have to be Krishna. You have to be with Krishna. So you have to change our prayers. Or else, you don't chant, you're not doing anything, just by dress. Krishna, this my people, don't touch it. Putana, she's coming to kill Krishna. Just have a nice copy dress, you have to be there. And oh, she's mine. Krishna, that kind. She's coming to kill Krishna with a poison. But oh, she's mine. Just by dress. If you put tilak on, this is Vaishnava. Then everybody giving respect. So, if you don't want to do chant, nothing, just become a Vaishnava. That's what we do.
See? Yes.
Actually, I'm coming every day, mostly every day, but I am not follow strictly myself. I just give lecture. That's my disease. I have to be more advanced in Krishna consciousness than can be seen. So by your mercy, then I can demand it. I just came here to especially Vridnavan because I am to be devotee, I am to be with you. So I can be there if I get just tiny bit dust in your feet, then I will be happy myself. That's why I am hungry. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol.